Hey everybody, what is going on? Hexlex here. Got another Master Duel video for you. Got an advanced Cool Tune gameplay video for you. I say advanced because while we've covered the basics of Cool Tune, what all the cards do, how many to play, some of the basic combo lines, in my Cool Tune guide, which I'll go ahead and link below, I want to do this advanced follow-up to show you some live real-time gameplay and show you the decision-making that goes into playing this deck. Cool Tune is definitely one of the more difficult Tier 1 decks in recent memory, because it requires you to not only have knowledge of navigating Cool Tune, which can be tricky. There's a lot of different moving pieces as far as like the different effects of when monsters are used as synchro materials and the searches and all that, but also because this deck is reliant on getting information from your opponent and using that in order to navigate your plays, you have to have a lot of knowledge of Yu-Gi-Oh! And other decks in general, in addition to Cool Tune knowledge. So this video, I aim to show you some live games that highlight us utilizing our overall knowledge to make decisions based on what's in the opponent's hand. And I'm going to try to present it to you in such a way that it becomes a lot more accessible to kind of adopt this mentality into your own Cool Tune gameplay. So definitely stick around if you want to see some advanced gameplay. But before we get into the games real quick, up top got to give a huge shout out to YouTube members and Patreon subscribers. Could not do this channel without your all support. Thank you so very much. If you're interested in supporting getting your name at the end credits of every video, you can either join as a member here on YouTube, which will let you see every upload early, sometimes a couple of days up to a week. You can see the videos when I upload them instead of when they're scheduled to go live. Or over on Patreon, I upload at least 3 times, sometimes more per week, of videos that don't make it to YouTube. It's often stuff like extra replays I have left over that don't make the cut. We talk about card reveals as they're getting spoiled, like in the OCG and TCG. We look at some metagame breakdowns. We talk about a lot of things over there, Q&As, all that fun stuff. Patreon.com/Hexlex if you're interested in that exclusive content, or if you want to see the YouTube content early, join as a member here on YouTube down below. But that's it for all that spiel. Let's go ahead and get into this gameplay. Alright, let's get right on into this game here, see what we've got for our first one. We're going to be going second. So here I'm going to try to show you how to possibly navigate some boards and utilize hand traps going up against the opponent. Alright, let's see what we've got. Okay, we got Jordan Lockbird and Ash Blossom, looking to utilize those in order to stop their plays. But obviously it's going to depend on what order they tend to do stuff. Alright, JJ Cool Tune. They're starting off with the Cool Tune Field spell. Could possibly look to use Ash Blossom against that based on what they do here. Okay, it's Rotary Revealing Delta. So they're going to extra normal summon Rotary and then activate JJ Cool Tune. I'm absolutely going to use the Ash Blossom here for sure. No question about it, because we know this is Delta and the other 2 cards might be unknown, but it's unlikely they're able to make plays if that's how they decided to open up, utilizing JJ Cool Tune to try to start their combo line. And sure enough, yeah, looks like they're going to end up passing. So good news for us. We got Recco as well as Overtake, and well, we got Q as well. So we'll just begin our turn. Let's see, I could begin with Q and just use Overtake. However, we know they have Delta, so Overtake might not resolve here. Let's just see how things play out. Okay, we're going to go Q, and looks like they don't have a response, so that's good. Delta might be their only hand trap. Oh, let's get this Rotary on the board. Alright, now we're going to Synchro Summon for the Track Maker, and a lot of you have probably also seen Joshua Schmidt's videos on Cool Tune by now. One excellent point that was made is definitely, utilizing the effect of Rotary and then Q. That way you're able to look at your opponent's hand before you actually, flip around the top cards of their deck. So it's actually, you want to do Chain Link 2 Q and then Chain Link 3 Rotary. And it's like if they had Ash Blossom, they would have used it against Q anyway, so chain blocking to play around Ash Blossom really doesn't always make a lot of sense here. Okay, so they have Droll and Lockbird, Delta, and another copy of JJ Cool Tune. That's interesting to see 2 of those. But, okay, so after we search, they're going to Droll us. And they have the Delta. Okay, this is interesting. Let's see what's on top of their deck. Yeah, we're definitely going to add... let's do a Cool Tune Synchro. Now, Ash Blossom and Perulia. Let's just get rid of Ash Blossom. Perulia's not going to do anything at this point. We'll definitely keep it on top of their deck. Now, it's worth noting, though, if I activate a spell card and they Delta, they're going to get to shuffle their deck, and then they might have a live top deck. JJ Cooltoon has to tribute a tuner, and Joel and Lockbird, which is all they could really normal summon anyway, isn't a tuner. Perulia is not a tuner. So if I don't activate a spell and I don't let them shuffle, they're going to guaranteed have no plays at all going into their next turn. So, okay, what do I want to add here? Should I make Clip? Well, no, because they're not going to activate anything on their turn, so... I could add Clip, but I actually don't think I really need to here. I think, because normally I'd get JJ Cooltoon, and I think I might get it here anyway. Yeah, we'll get it here anyway, and then we can just have it for a follow-up play. But again, we're not going to actually activate it this turn, because I don't want them to activate Delta and shuffle their deck. Okay, here's the droll. We knew this was coming. We are not going to activate Cooltoon Synchro in response. Yeah. Because then they could just use Delta and shuffle their deck, which we don't want them to do. So I'm going to set Cooltoon Synchro, and I think I'm just going to pass, right? I can make Zaylin, but they're not going to make plays during their next turn. There's nothing to negate. I think I should just leave my Track Maker and then pick up my combo line next turn. Yeah, because we know they're not going to make plays. That's why we're doing this. Okay, so yeah, this is a good example of the perfect information actually causing me to make the slower play, because it's the guaranteed safety line. But I really, really like this, because, yeah, even if they normal summon Perulia, they can't tribute it for the field spell. The other field spell does nothing. They can't normal summon Delta. Okay, so here during their end phase, now I think I am going to activate the Cooltoon Synchro. Then I won't have to deal with their Delta on my turn. And since it's the end phase, they can't synchro summon, like with Delta plus Gamma, Driver. Or they can't use the JJ Cooltoon, again, because it's the end phase. It's not their main phase. Right? I'm like, I didn't forget anything, did I? I think they're just having to, banish them. Yep. Okay, cool. Sick. We're good to go. Their two cards in hand are a Field Spell and a Perulia. Those are useless. Gamma doesn't do a ton for us, but I guess we could make RS with it if we really wanted to. Not that we need to, though. Yeah, so I guess at this point we just build a board to make an OTK, like with back-to-back, possibly? We'll figure it out. Let's go normal summon Rekko. Let's add a Rotary. Right? Yeah, because we have Track Maker out, but we haven't actually activated Track Maker to search this turn. And Rotary gives us an extra normal summon. I guess I can just normal summon this Rekko here, because why not? Just get some damage on board, I guess. Yeah, let's make another Track Maker and do some more searching. Okay, yeah, they conceded. So, yeah, that's okay. That is an excellent example of here. Let me click OK and just get off the annoying sound there. But yeah, no, that's a great example of us utilizing the knowledge to actually take the slow route and not, try to push for a win through their hand traps right away. Knowing that they have a, useless top deck, we're able to instead just completely shut them out of the duel like so. Yeah, I think that's something that's kind of counterintuitive sometimes, but if you know your opponent can do nothing and that you have a more easy time winning on the follow-up turn, yeah, just take it slow and, win on that follow-up turn. Okay, looks like this person's about to lose their rank. Well, ideally. Assuming we win the game, that is. We're going first, so let's see if we can show off navigating a turn 1 line and possibly playing through some hand traps here. Looks like they're on a 60-card deck. Interesting. So we have Rotary Ash Blossom in case this Overtake doesn't resolve. But let's go ahead and, of course, start with the Synchro Overtake. Just see what they do. They could Ash Blossom. They could Maxx or Fulos. None of that. Okay, that's perfect. Let's go ahead and special summon the Rekko. And then we'll activate Rekko to add. We already have Rotary, no need to search that. We could just get Mix then. And I wonder if we should activate Rotary now. We have another copy in hand, but I don't necessarily want to give away that I have another copy in hand. let them think it's like a hand trap or something. So let's go rotary, show them mix. Just get the extra normal summon. And we can even add Q to line up for later as well. I guess I could summon Q now if I really wanted to, but I'm kind of risking playing into a Nibiru or something at that point. Let's just save that normal summon and go for a Track Maker. We'll utilize the Reco plus Rotary. I suppose doing it this way means that I don't get to look at the top of their deck, but if that's the case, let's go Rotary is Chainlink 1 and then Track Maker is Chainlink 2, because I think the Rotary is more important to chain block here. Alright, finally we can look at their hand and just see what's going on. Let's grab the Field Spell and the Quick Play spell here. So they have Dominus Impulse, as well as Triple Tactics Talent, Vision without any other Quick Play spells I'm not worried about, Monster Gate without monsters. Okay, so their hand doesn't really do a lot here, actually, inherently. Monster Gate doesn't do anything by itself, Deception doesn't do anything by itself, Vision doesn't do anything by itself. Triple Tack and Dominus Impulse, huh? Okay. Interesting. Let's add Cool Tunes Synchro. So they can negate an effect that summons. That could negate the Q, but I might not even be worried about that at this point. We definitely want to make the remix for their turn. Let me just normal summon Q. Interesting, they did not activate their Dominus. They must be wanting to save it. That makes sense. Save it for my turn, that is. Okay, so Cool Tunes Synchro can add the clip during their turn. Let me think for a second. How do I want to do this? We're going to make Remix with Q plus Mix. That way we can look at the top 2 cards of their deck. So what would I want to be on the field here? Probably just another way to be able to quick Synchro would be nice. But I don't know if I can get that. Let's see, 4. I can make Loudness War with a 2. I'll just summon a clip and make a Loudness War. Well, I don't even have to make Loudness War. There's so many different things we can do here. Making Remix is definitely right, though. And we'll use Q in order to look at the top of their deck. Interesting. Like the Diabell, if a spell trap card is sent to the graveyard by card effect, set a spell trap from your hand or graveyard, but it cannot be activated this turn. During your main phase, you can banish 3 spell trap cards from your graveyard, including this card, special summon. Okay, I don't want them to have a quick play spell for Vision, and Morian doesn't do anything by itself on their turn. So let's banish and leave that on top. Now we can set Cool Tune Synchro, and I think I'm just going to pass here. And now they shouldn't be able to do anything, right? Because their hand is Dominus Impulse, Triple Tack, Morian, Visions, Monster Gate, Deception. Visions doesn't do anything because they don't have a quick play spell. I'm not going to activate monster effects during their turn, so they can't use Triple Tack, or at least during their main phase. They went 1, 2, 3, 4... Now they're activating Vision. So if I use... Okay, I'm just going to let them Hail Mary here. Yep. Okay, perfect. That's exactly what I wanted to see. Yeah. Okay, cool. So that's a pretty good example of... another good example, I should say, of, like, utilizing the information that we gained and being able to, like, basically reverse engineer what our opponent can and can't do based on what we know of them. This is why Cool Tune can be such a difficult deck to play. You have to not only be able to see all the different timelines of your plays, but also be able to look at your opponents as well. Thankfully, in this scenario, it was pretty simple, just due to how little our opponent was actually able to do. But, yeah, just making sure they can't do anything is always the priority. Alright, let's go into this duel. Going first. Let's see if we can navigate this hand and possibly weave through some hand traps here if necessary. Even if not, we can use the information we gain from our opponent's hand to try to mess them up specifically. I don't think this is necessarily the kind of hand where I have to draw phase Cool Tune Synchro. Because if they have Droll and they use it after I search off of like Mix, I could just chain it then. Yeah, this is fine. We don't have to use it right away. Let's save it. Alright, I'm going to start with... Should I extra normal summon Mix? I mean, there's no reason not to, right? Let's go Rotary, show Mix. And to see what they do. They have some kind of hand trap, apparently. But they're not going to use it. Alright, let's normal summon Mix and activate. Still have my regular normal summon and the field spell. Okay, looks like they have a Maxx. Now this is interesting. Could I droll them in such a way that I'm still able to make plays, I wonder? Let's add Rekko, because we can still normal summon Rekko and then get a search. Like, I could add Clip and set Synchro and pass, which actually might not be a terrible idea. Wouldn't give them any draws, and would still allow me to have multiple ways to make Synchro Summon plays during their turn. But also, can I droll them in such a way where I'm still able to make plays? I don't know, I kind of feel like that's... I could also just save the droll for their turn. This feels like the safer line. And I feel like playing safer does tend to pay off a lot of the time. So yeah, I think I might actually just set Synchro and then pass here. There's not really much reason to play JJ Cool Tune because I don't want to normal summon anything, so yeah. Yeah, I love giving my opponent 0 draws whenever possible off of Maxx, and this has multiple, this hand still has multiple avenues for playing into their board state, so I don't mind doing it this way here. We can pop monsters, we can pop back row, we can extra deck rip. Okay, they're gonna normal summon Dr. Madlove, so I feel like I should activate Cool Tune Synchro here, and then that way I can draw and lockbird them after this search. And I guess we'll just... What do I want to add? Like, I'm gonna make Remix, right? Or should I just go straight for RS? There's always a debate I have of which one I should make. Let me think for a moment here. So, I could summon a Rekko, or I could add a Rekko, and then use these two, and then later summon Clip and go for Crackle. Yeah. Or I could just use Q and just add that. Sure. Now the question is, do I want to make Remix or RS here? If I make Remix, I could go for the Rekko spell Trap Pop later when they activate the field spell. Yeah, I definitely want to do this. Although, to be fair, if they're going to activate, or if I'm going to activate Droll, then the field spell is not going to do anything anyway, right? This just gives me a little bit more flexibility, I think. The spell Trap Pop could come up later as well. Let's chain block the Mix Pop, I think, because I don't really care about the Q effect here. And then we're going to get to Droll here in a second. They just got to get past priority first. Heavy Borger targeting the Dr. Madlove. Okay, let's chain Droll and Lockbird. Lowest defense is my Rekko, which I don't think I really care about. Because I can just special summon Clip. Yeah, and I have Remix. Yep, that sounds about right. I was just about to say, I was about to take stock of where we were, right? So their hand is the field spell, which they can't use, Heavy Borger, which can't draw a card, and Dr. Madlove, which has already been utilized. We also know they have Lupus, which can summon itself, but they don't have access to any other level 5 monsters. And I think that leaves just 1 or 2 cards left over in their hand that we weren't aware of what they were. And I don't think that would have been that difficult to deal with. We still had Clip and Remix to Synchro Summon. We did kind of end up wasting our targeted monster destruction, but we didn't know they had Heavy Borger in hand, so I think that was fine. It was still correct to use it there. If they didn't have Borger to bounce the Madlove back, then it would have just popped and they wouldn't have been able to make rock, and they would have been stuck at that point. And I mean, they did end up getting stuck anyway, but... Okay, so really all we would have had to have dealt with at that point was the Heavy Borger, which I think is why my opponent conceded, realizing that that wasn't going to be enough here. All right, that is going to do it. Hopefully you found some of this gameplay helpful. I had a lot of fun doing some live game recording. I don't do it as often as I should. If you want to see more content like this, definitely let me know in the comments below. Or if there's any other kind of guides, be it basic or advanced, you want to see about Kewl Toon or any other deck really, I'm always open to suggestions again down below. But that's going to go ahead and do it for now. Thank you as always for watching. Let's go ahead and move now to our outro, where we can thank those YouTube members and Patreon subscribers. Hey everybody, Hexlex here. Thank you so very much for watching all the way to the very end of the video, which by the way is one of the best ways to support the channel. Speaking of supporting the channel, take a look at the names on screen. These are folks who have been so generous as to either join as a YouTube member or subscribe over on patreon.com/Hexlex to support. There's also perks for doing so. If you would like to see YouTube videos early, as well as some exclusive videos that get uploaded to YouTube, but for one reason or another I decide not to publish, definitely go ahead and hit that join button to see content early, as well as some exclusive content. If you're looking for more exclusive content, over on patreon.com, I upload exclusive videos that are not posted on YouTube just about every single day. Whether you choose to subscribe over on Patreon, join as a YouTube member, or simply continue to watch, your support is greatly appreciated. Thank you so very much. But for now, this is Hexlex. I am signing out, and I hope that you have a fantastic day.